Hi folks, welcome to today's walk around video. Now we have a lovely little rolling restoration here. It can be driven as is, and in fact it was driven just like this. It's a Land Rover lightweight, sometimes known as the Air Transportable, for 1973, and so that makes it based on a 3 Series Land Rover. That's a 2.25 petrol engine. It runs very sweetly. I just wanted to show you, just to prove it's a genuine Land Rover. It does in fact have a nice bit of oil around by the rocker cover there, so that's the first little job. I'm going to shut this bonnet down. Now there's a little bit of weight in these bonnets, especially when they get the spare wheel on, so that goes down with a bash, and it reveals what does look like quite a cool looking Land Rover, which, being driven around just like this, is still pretty cool, pretty rough and ready. Looks like it's just driven from the battlefield. It does come with a cab roof, which allows the driver and passenger to be cocooned with a tin roof over their head, and then a quite a large rear opening sliding glass window looking into the cab. We're in the cab now, and these are the two door tops. Now these are very easy, they just literally sit on top of the door frames. It's quite quick to strip down a Land Rover. You also get the option to put these, what they call hockey sticks, in, and then you can have a full length steel roof, and then you need to find a nice bit of canvas to go on top, and that gives it a completely different look. But as you can see, it looks pretty cool with the roof off completely. Now also a nice little party trick of the Land Rovers, you'll notice this area here, and then some large wing nuts. And you can undo those wing nuts, and actually this front windscreen just folds forward. Now I'll be mindful of the fact that it's carrying its spare wheel on the front here, so usually they fold down flat onto the bonnet. Now you notice those freewheeling hubs on the front. There's your ability to adjust those, and 4-speed manual gearbox with high and low ratios and a diff lock. No overdrive. Now the military Land Rovers, you'll be looking around wondering where the fuel goes in. Generally speaking, you'll always find the fuel tank underneath the driver's seat. Sometimes they have a little conversion and they have a spout that comes out in this corner. This one's more an original military setup. Well, it actually appears to look pretty solid underneath. There's a healthy dusting of surface corrosion over all of the chassis, but having had the opportunity of having a look underneath, she's pretty solid under there. But obviously a part of your improvements would probably be wire brushing off all the loose stuff and probably giving it a healthy portion of wax oil. I've got a feeling these spring hangers at the front, the fact that I've got a little bit of yellow chalk around this one, tells me that's an area that may need an improvement for any welding for an MOT, for example. So it's a driving, stopping, starting, rolling restoration. It can be enjoyed as it is with this rather rough and ready look. I'm seeing a radioactive sticker on the back there, better watch out in case there's anything dodgy in the back. That is actually the canvas roof that you won't have to source, because I've just found it underneath that bit of carpet. So scratch that idea of having to source a canvas roof. It would appear that that one looks to be in very good condition. It's already sat in there. It's actually running on its standard size wheels. Quite often you'll find they have chunkier wheels, but I've got to tell you, having been a veteran of driving a few of these, the standard wheels is a bit easier on the arms. You won't be finding power steering on a Series 3 Land Rover, or even the lightweight. It's very charming because it is what it is. It's available to be delivered anywhere in the UK. We just need your postcode for a quote, and it would appear that all the bits required, for example these tops of the doors, the cab and also the framework to allow you to make it a canvas tops all there. This one actually has a heater fitted, not all of them did, and also this one has a key up on the ignition here, so there's no starter button in this one. And yeah, I've got to say it's all there. It will be a lot of fun either driving this as is or improving. So here we are, a 1973 Land Rover lightweight. It's got 84,000 miles on the clock. I'm afraid I wouldn't have a great deal of information as to whether that is its genuine mileage or not, but there is a reasonable possibility that it is. And it's all present and correct, and it really just needs a new loving home to either use as is or take it to the next level. Well, thank you for watching today's walk around video. Just to recap, a lightweight Land Rover 1973, running, driving, stopping, having just taken it for a spin now on a nice sunny day. It's a lot of fun driving it in this configuration, but it's not always like that in Britain. So you do have a choice of configurations here. There is the cab roof, and I can show you that, or there is the framework, what they call the galvanized hockey sticks, and then you put a canvas roof on it. The tops of the doors are in the back. We can deliver this anywhere in the UK for a reasonable price. We just need your postcode to provide a quote. Oh, I think I might have promised you a turnover, so let's have a quick sit inside. Now, I've got no choke at the moment, but let's see. Oh, that's quite promising. So let's give it a bit of choke. Oh, didn't make a great deal of difference, to be honest, but yeah, not bad from cold. So thank you for watching today's video. If you have any questions, please get in touch through the usual channels. I'll be delighted to help, and thank you for watching today's video. It's Danny at Bradley James Classics signing out.